Well, is living in your car healthy? Health is your wealth. So it's an important question to ask. And what I can tell you from my experience, 4 years living in my car, is that there are some ways it is healthier and there are some ways where it is not. In the past 4 years, I got sick just about every year. And for most of my life, I probably only got sick, like real sick a couple times. So I can definitely say the volatility and the lack of stability add an element that could negatively affect your health. And travel itself is somewhat of a negative because it puts a demand on you to be more focused, exert energy, and be disciplined. Let me break it down. One of the major things is when you become a nomad, whether you live in your car, van, or RV, you somewhat abandon a fixed routine. A house or an apartment kind of ensure that you follow a structured routine. When you go to school, when you were young and you went to middle school and high school, as much as you may hated it, what it did was it structured your day. And so society is adapting a little bit now, right? For those who work remote or for those who homeschool, you kind of have to learn to structure your own day because it's not structured for you. And as a nomad, you have to structure your day and keep a routine where you wake up at a certain time and you go to sleep at a certain time and you fill the gap with productive and healthy things. Like if you don't get up early and you're in an apartment, there's no major consequence because you're still in climate control. You're still in a safe area for the most part. You have all the amenities, running water, shower, everything. If you sleep too late in your car, obviously it could have consequences if you're stealth camping, if you're at a campground, you're checking out late. And you have to go and you have to get the resources. You have to go to the gym to take a shower. You have to go to the supermarket to get the meal. All your resources aren't there. So that exertion of energy day in, day out, add to the fact that you don't have climate control. The high of living free can certainly become a low of volatility, lack of stability, and with extreme temperature and with so many variables of being in the public and depending on the public to supplement your lifestyle, you can become sick through stress, through temperature, and through a broken routine and unhealthy sleep habits. The positives with living in a car is if you're a go-getter, an independent person that knows how to push yourself and how to manage yourself, it could be a blessing. Now, it could also be a blessing for those who need a little push. Like living in your vehicle almost demands that you're outside more. It demands that you do more. If you're lazy and lethargic and you need a push, sometimes the nomadic life will do that. So now, like where you would just lounge around in your apartment or house and eat munchies and watch endless Netflix, now maybe, there's only so much you can watch on your phone and you're not that comfortable in your car per se, maybe after a while. So now you go for a walk in nature. Okay, now you go to the gym. Just to take a shower, you have to go to the gym, so you might as well work out. So the nomadic life can push you to be more active, to see new things. But you have to discipline yourself, right? Like if you have a reservation for an airplane, it's a structure. You can cancel it, but it's very structured. If you can get up and move your vehicle at any time, there's a lot of flexibility, but you have to steer the ship because you're the structure. So the negatives to your health is lack of structure, lack of stability, lack of climate control, and just the volatility of dealing with the public, and whether it's people on the road, people in the gym, people in the supermarket, dealing with all these people day in, day out. There's so many opportunities for things to go wrong. That stress, the temperature, all these things, all these elements can now negatively affect you. The positives is, you have a demand on you to do stuff, so you're active more. Again, you're going to go to the gym. You might as well work out. Again, you're not going to veg out too much. Maybe you go for a walk. You're going to see more things. That's going to spark your creativity. So if you learn to get in a good rhythm, it can add. Okay. And obviously less stress because you got less bills. So there's a positive and there's a negative. There's an individual personality in between these two things that for some people, for most people, it wouldn't be good to be in this volatile situation. For some people, it'll be good to get a little bit of a fire under their ass. And it's a thin balance, okay? Thin balance. Humans do need some stability. That's why many nomads have a home base. Many RVers are part-time RVers, not full-time. Now, I don't think it's as fun if you're not a full-time RVer because there's something magical to be on the road and not have anywhere to go. As far as like, I don't have to go back here. At the same time, there's something calming about knowing you have a place to go that's temperature controlled, that's just yours. So there's a pro and there's a con. There's a healthy part of it and there's an unhealthy part. Again, I think part of the reason I got sick was because I don't have temperature control. I'm constantly on the go and I'm starting to settle in now. Obviously, 4 years I'm getting better and I think you will get better. I think in the beginning, just like in the beginning of the job, you'll struggle a little bit. And to sustain it will be a whole nother dynamic. So what I can tell you is, those are the items that you have to consider for yourself and for your individual circumstance. I always promote have an exit strategy. I always say, obviously, the younger you are, the better you're able to deal with adversity. But at the same time, I don't want to close the door for those who are older or elderly because you can certainly still be a nomad. And I certainly understand the philosophy of I'm going to do this lifestyle until I cannot do it anymore. I mean, why stop living before you have to stop living? I totally get the argument that as you get older, you need more comfort and stability. And I think about that. I'm only 40. But I also understand the counter argument of, do I want to live like I'm dead while I'm still alive? Do I want to live like I'm in a nursing home before I have to be? So it's the balance of thought. And I'm trying to give you a well-rounded thought process and through experience that you can get that, look, I've been sick more being a nomad than I have living a conforming life. But in many aspects, I've been more alive than ever these past 4 years. And it's an adrenaline rush to be a full-time nomad. It is, and there's no substitute for that. There isn't. There's a thrill. There's an adventure that puts you alive, and that's healthy. It's healthy to be passionate, inspired. That's why many people, guys, they're never going to live in their car, but there's something about the energy that the nomadic life brings that I was attracted to, that you're attracted to. And that's rare to find passion in life, to find energy, to find hope. So to get that level of reward, you're willing to risk a little bit of possible stability, okay? So it's that risk-reward ratio that the human and the individual has to look at and think about, well, my life is meant to be lived. If you have it, use it. So, I hope my videos help you, give you some insight. I know this is kind of what I was looking for, and I try to remind myself not to reinvent the wheel, but remember I'm living on wheels. And when I wasn't living on wheels, I wanted to hear every day about this lifestyle. So, that's what I want to do, and I'm grateful, and I'm thankful for all those who watch and all my members. Thank you for supporting the channel. If you'd like to be a member, click the blue join button. You get unlimited access to all my live feeds, a custom badge, custom emoji. Thank you. Thank you to all those who watch. Check out my playlist. Also got a bunch of videos about the nomadic life, my travels. I've been up and down the East Coast several times. I don't travel as vigorously as I used to, but at this point, I'm just doing me. All right? So peace, love, keep pushing forward. And we go from there.